Okay, so today we're going to be tying the Wounded Sculpin. It's one of our really effective patterns for our area around here, from the rivers to even fishing the saltwater. We fish it for all the trout around here. It's been really effective on some of our bigger lakes, but it's an extremely effective and versatile pattern. So I have a size 8 streamer hook in the vise. Anywhere from 10 to a 6 works pretty well. And then this is an extra small black tungsten cone. We're going to start off by using some micro pine squirrel zonkers, and this is the natural color. We're going to measure the skin to be about the length of the hook shank, a little bit longer, and then we're spreading the hairs apart to where we can tie it in. Lick your finger and pull that back and it'll stay out of your way. And then we're just going to get a few wraps on top of it there. Only a few, because you don't want it to show up that much. And once you pull that hair over, it kind of covers it up. We're going to fold that back and just get a few wraps in front of it. We're not going to cut that off yet. But now I'm using a small ultra wire in silver just for a little rib. You can use like a 4-pound monofilament just to protect the dubbing. It's not really for looks. We're going to do really tight wraps so it doesn't show up. But now I have an orange ice dub for the body, and you could use a brown or anything like that for a more natural look, but the orange seems to be the most effective color around here. And just a tight rope and tight wraps. We're wrapping all the way up to the cone, and usually get a little bit under the cone. We're wrapping all the way up. Crowd that whole area up there. And then I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to counter wrap it in really tight wraps, just so it doesn't show up too much, especially in the water. You don't see it a whole lot, but it's just there to protect that ice dub. If you've ever used it before, the fish can kind of tear it up. So now we're going to take this squirrel zonker, or folding that over, just like we did the first time, to tie it in the tail. We're going to spread that hair apart, lick your finger, and hold that hair back. And get in there with kind of one fairly loose wrap, and then pull it tight towards you. And get a few more wraps in there. See, one of the problems is that you'll trap your hair down right in here, and we're going to do a wrap with this. So we got to get those hairs out of there. Take a few wraps out. And I'm just using my whip finish tool to hook onto them and get out as much as I can. Come on. There you go. Just as much as you can. It's not pulling too many forward. Go back in and make sure it's secure. Alright, so now I have a red strand of Flashabou. Holographic works well too. Just going to put that in on that side. With one loose wrap, you can catch that in. Just get a few wraps in there so it's not going to slide out. Then fold it over. Do the same thing on the other side so they're facing backwards. I'm going with my scissors. I'm going to trim these just a little bit longer than that hook shank. And that's kind of what makes it that Wounded Sculpin. So now I'm going to take the pine squirrel that we have left right here, and I'm going to get one wrap, tight wrap, and make sure that the skin will kind of slide up under the cone. Kind of gives you a lot nicer finish. And then get in there. It can be kind of messy if it's not going to look perfect right now, but we can go in and clean it up. Secure that. See, it's kind of going everywhere at this point, so just hold it back, get a few wraps in there, make sure that the hair is all folding backwards. Now I'm just going to take some head cement. A little trick, when you have these cones on it, you don't want to go in with a needle or anything, so just paint your thread with the head cement. Take your whip finish. and then just slide that up under the cone and do your whip finish. Trim off your thread. And that's a Wounded Sculpin. Kind of messy, but